my name is Nidesh Narashet. I am from Manara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 9th standard, that is describing motion. In describing motion we already discussed about what is meant by motion and speed, velocity, acceleration. Also we discussed about some of the graphical representation of motion, that is distance time graph and velocity time graph. So let us move on to the next topic, that is equation of motion by graphical method. So that means here we know about equations of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at and s is equal to ut plus half at square and v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So those equations of motion we already know that. Here we have to derive those equations of motion by graphical method. So let us take equation of motion by graphical method. Equations of motion by graphical method. Yes, so here we have to discuss about three major equations of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at, that is the equation relating velocity and time, v is equal to u plus at, and s is equal to ut plus half at square. So that means it relates with the distance, velocity and acceleration likewise. Then finally v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So that means it relates with the final velocity, initial velocity and displacement, acceleration, like that. There is no t in last final expression. So firstly we have to take equation representing the velocity time relationship. So equation of velocity time relation. So firstly we have to discuss this relation, that is we already know that is v is equal to u plus at here. So firstly what we have to do, so we have to take a velocity time graph, because so here it is the title only shows that equations of motion by graphical method. So that means we have to take the graph. So what is the graph we can use here? Velocity time graph we can use, because here it is velocity time relationship, means it's a velocity time graph. We have to take velocity along y-axis, time along x-axis. So let us draw a velocity time graph here. This is the velocity time graph. I will take velocity along y-axis and time along x-axis. Yes. So that means here we have to represent the motion in this graph. So can we represent the graph here? So initially the body is at rest. So sometime it is at rest. So after the starting of time, after the beginning of interval of times, so the body moves with some velocity. So for example, here it is, the body I will express here it is. So the body initially here it is. So here I will represent it as a point A. Then it moves with some velocity and cover some distance. So that's why I will write like this here. So after taking the data, that means we already know that when a body moves, so here we have to take some of the speed, velocity and how much time it covers. So that one is it is. So that means after 1 second, so body is here, it moves with some velocity, and after some time body accelerates or it moves with higher velocity, like that. So it is a final point, here it is B, I will call it as B here. So AB represents the motion of an object. So that means here what we have here, velocity and time relationship. So likewise we are already learnt in the geometry. So firstly we have to write what is the given term. So here I will write what is the given. So figure represent or diagram represents a velocity time graph. A velocity time graph. So time graph representing AB as the distance traveled by an, or you can take displacement. Better you can take displacement here. Displacement of an object. Yes, we have. So remember, firstly I will confirm you about that one. Here in the part of A, so that means the body is in an initial position. That means here it is initial velocity. So here this distance represents u. It is initial velocity u. And up to from this to this. So here it is final velocity. That means the perpendicular distance from the x-axis. So it is representing this y coordinate. That means we have to take it as a final velocity, and this the y coordinate of this part. So we have to call it as a initial velocity because here x is 0. That means when time is 0, so the y coordinate of this part is initial velocity. Here the final time. So up to the after some time. So here the body is here with a higher velocity. That means it's a final velocity. So we have like this. For this what we have to do? So we have to make some constructions here. Because we want to represent the velocity u, velocity v and some time t. So likewise for that we have to represent some of the construction here. So that's why, so here I will join 8b to x-axis here, and I have to join this distance. So that means here what we get is here this distance is capital U, and then so here this distance is total time taken. So this distance also we have total time taken. That is this distance and this distance. So the opposite sides of a parallel, opposite sides of a rectangle likewise. So here those two are equal. So we have that one. There's also this is equal here. This is this part. This part equal to also u because the opposite sides of a rectangle. So we can take here. Yes. So that means here we have to take some construction. That is, so also we have to name. That is, I will take this as C here, and here I will take this point as D here, and here I will take this point as O. So after that we have named all the things here. Yes, let us take the construction. What are the construction we did? So we have to write here. Construction. So that is draw BD and another thing. Here I will write another perpendicular. So that is here it joins the y. So that is I will take it as BE. Draw BD and BE is perpendicular to time and velocity axis respectively. Time and velocity axis respectively. Yes. So after that we have to write some of the parameters. That is, so here we know OA is equal to U. OA is equal to u, because it's a initial position. So that's why the body is in the initial velocity. So then OD is T. OD is equal to AC is equal to T. OD is equal to AC is equal to T. So this is the time taken by an object, the total time covered by object in the journey. So yes, then so here OA is equal to CD also. That's why we have to write CD is equal to OA is equal to U. Then here BD. So BD is equal to and also this distance also OE is equal to BD. So here we have some of the parameters. So we represented some of the parameters here. Using these parameters we have to calculate or we have to derive velocity time relationship here. Yes. So let us we have to take velocity time relationship. Yes. So here I will take this one part here. Yes. So let's take that one. Proof. So let us take the proof of this theorem. So carefully observe how we can take, what are the steps we can take to prove this equation of representing velocity time relationship. So here we know that what is the formula, that is what is the equation, v is equal to u plus at. So that means here v is equal to u plus at means, so here it is possible LHS side is v. So which distance representing v here? So just observe here BD is representing v. So the final velocity is given by T is given by BD is equal to, so BD can be written as BC and CD. Here CD is equal to U we have. So that means here when we take BC here, so we get BD CD here, so we get U in the LHS side, and BC we have to find. Then we have to find BC only. So here we have to take that one. BD is equal to CD plus BC. So BD can be written as V is equal to U plus BC. Yes. So let us take this as equation number 1. So here we have to take the relationship. How can we take that one? So you just observe BC here. BC. So this part. So BC here. So in this part, in this straight line. So we have the object is at a initial velocity. And here it's in the final velocity. That means here it is zero velocity, here it is some higher velocity. So also here sometime here it is some 1 meter per second, then here it is 2 meter per second. That means some changes occurs are there. Some changes occurs here. That means according to the displacement and according to the velocity time graph, the velocity. So velocity of an object is changes. So that's why we have to take it as a change in velocity. Here it is. In this part, in this distance, the change in velocity occurs there. So some drastic change in velocity occurs here. So that's why we have to take change in velocity. How can we take that change in velocity here in this case? From the acceleration. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time. We already know that one. So v minus u by t already we know that one. That is, so here we have to take the change in velocity as bc. So that's why before that we have to take acceleration. Therefore, the acceleration is given by a is equal to change in velocity divided by time. Yes, change in velocity we can represent it as a bc divided by t. Yes. So here we have the bc, but there is no any case of explaining about what is bc we can take here. But here we have to replace bc from this equation. That is, so here I will transpose t to the LHS side, becomes AT is equal to BC. This implies BC is equal to AT. I will take this as equation number 2. So here I will take the last final part here. So that is from equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and equation 2. So we can write V is equal to U plus AT. So here we have the relationship between velocity and time. So we got from the velocity time graph here. So this is about proving the one of the equation of motion by graphical representation here. So graphical representation is here we taken the velocity time graph for proving V is equal to U plus AT. So let us move on to the next equation of motion. Yes, so we know about how we can derive the velocity time relationship. So likewise we have to prove position time relationship. So there is no any change at all in the first part of the derivation. You have to write again. So these things you have to write again these things, and after that we have to take some steps here. So here we already know about how we can take velocity time graph. That is, firstly we have to take that distance BD and the final velocity. Then we have to take BC plus CD. It becomes CD is equal to U. Then we have to take the acceleration is equal to velocity, change in velocity by time. So then transpose, after transpose we can take that one. So here we have to calculate, or here we have to prove position time relationship. That means here we have to take the displacement. That means the position changes here. That means from A to B the position changes. So that we have to calculate. So that means here also we know about in the velocity time graph the area under the graph. The area under the graph, when we calculate, then we can get the displacement. So let us take that one and try to simplify or try to insert the parameters and then get the formula. So proof. Before proof, you have to write all these things again, and then you have to take the proof. So remember, so you have to write. Yes, then we know that area under the graph, area under the velocity time graph, not only the graph, velocity time graph gives displacement, I call it as here S, displacement S here. So let us take S here. S is equal to area under area of, or you can take directly area of here we have to take area under the graph, means firstly we have to take AB. So AB is a line representing equation of motion, means so under that line we have to take the area. So that means we have to take OABDO, area of OABDO. So this part, the area of this part we have to take, then we can get the displacement. Yes, so here just observe this complete trapezium. So here it is a trapezium. The complete trapezium is split into two parts, that is from the AC. So that is, one is the triangle, one is the rectangle. So that's why we have to split into two parts, and the area of this trapezium becomes area of this triangle plus area of this rectangle. That is equal to area of triangle ABC plus area of rectangle ACDO. Yes. So let us take the formula for finding area of triangle and area of the rectangle. So here it is half into base into perpendicular height triangle, and here it is length into breadth. We can take. So here 1 by 2 into base. Base is the AC. AC into, then height is the BC. BC plus area of rectangle. Area of the rectangle means here it is length into breadth. I will take OD into DC. OD into DC. Yes. Then 1 by 2 into AC. So here 1 by 2 into AC. What is AC? Here AC is equal to T. 1 by 2 into T. Yes. BC. BC we have to take. So here we have to write in the side because we already know that one. BC. How can we find that BC here? So take acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time. So that is, so we have to take BC is equal to AT. So we can write in the side of this one. So A is equal to BC by T and BC is equal to AT. Then here we have to substitute AT plus OD. OD is equal to T into, so DC. DC is equal to OA is equal to, those two are same. So that's why we can write U is equal to, so here 1 by 2 T into AT, that means 1 by 2 into AT square. 1 by 2 AT square plus here UT. That is S is equal to UT plus half AT square is the formula to find, formula representing position time relationship. So how can we find that one? Take area under the graph. That is area under this AB, D, OA. Take that one and split into two parts. One is the area under the triangle plus area under the rectangle. So use the formula and then insert the parameters and then get the final result or final equation. So also we know about it. It's very simple because the other parts, that is what is considered given part and construction part, those are same. But here what we have to do is, so we have to take the right step for the right formula. So here we have to take the area and in velocity time relationship we have to take some of the parameters and modify that one. So then we can take that formula or equation. So let us move on to the last equation of motion, that is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Let's take the third equation of motion. So we have to prove using velocity time graph. Here it is the same, again it is same. So it is same up to construction part, the proof part is only the difference. So in these three cases, so we have to take proof here. So here we are taking the equation representing position velocity relationship, that is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So here s is there. S is there means we can take area under the graph. So better to take that one. Here in this case, so we have to take the area of trapezium. So before that, before the last derivation, so we taken that same area under the graph. When you split into two parts, so it becomes S is equal to ut plus half at square. So when we take the complete trapezium, so when we take the area of complete trapezium, so we can get v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So how? I will explain here. So let us take that one. So S is equal to area of trapezium OA BDO. So you can take here. Yes. So how can we take that area of trapezium? So area of trapezium is the sum of parallel sides multiplied by the one of the non-parallel side here, one of the non-parallel side divided by 2 you can take. That is, so S is equal to sum of parallel sides, that is OA plus BD. It is OA plus BD into one of the non-terminal side, that is I will take this OD. So that is into OD divided by 2 we can take. So this is the area formula for finding area of trapezium here. So here I will write the formula, that is OA. So OA representing U plus BD representing V. We have all the parameters, just look at the parameters here. So we have, then we have to use. Also we know that BC is equal to AT also. So you can use that one also here. So U plus V into, here OD is T divided by 2. So I will take this as equation number 1. Just look at the formula. So we have that one is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So there is no any T at all. Okay. So that tricks to find out that one. That is, here there is no any T at all. But here it is T is there. So what we have to do? So we have to remove T from that formula. So that's why what we have to do, how can we remove that one? So from the formula for acceleration, we have to take out T here. So take acceleration. The acceleration is given by V is equal to, A is equal to V minus U by T. So this is change in velocity by time here. So I will take, we have to write in one step by step. So one below the other. So here I want to make some spaces here. So that's why I am just writing one after the other. So that's why you have to aware of that one. Yes. So A is equal to V minus U by T, and here I will transpose T to the LHS side, A to the RHS side. That becomes T is equal to V minus U by U. So I will take this as equation number 2. So then from equation 1 and 2, so we have to substitute the value of T here. That is S is equal to, so I will write it as V plus U in divided by 2 into, here V minus U divided by U. Yes. So V plus U into V minus U is equal to what we get here. So V plus U into V minus U is equal to V square minus U square, because A plus B into A minus B is equal to A square minus B square. That is V square minus U square divided by 2A. So how we get that one? So because of A plus B into A minus B is equal to A square minus B square. From that formula we got that one. So after that what we have to do? So we have to transpose 2A to the LHS side becomes, so that part, one part becomes V square minus U square is equal to 2A. After transposing 2A it comes to the LHS side. So here it multiplied with the 2S. So that's why we can write it as 2AS. V square minus U square is equal to 2AS we get. So here we have the equation of position velocity relationship. So let us look at here. So just look at here. So we know that all the three derivations. So in that derivation the first part is same. Up to construction is same. So when we want to derive velocity time relationship, so we have to take the parameter final velocity Vd. So after that we have to substitute the values and the AT. So BC also we have to substitute from the acceleration. So that means firstly we have to take one parameter, after that we have to take acceleration. Yes. Then in the second derivation, that is representing position time relationship, in that firstly we have to take the area under the graph. So in that we have to split into triangle and rectangle. Then we have to substitute BD is equal to, so BC is equal to AD. So here the first part is some area under the graph or parameters we have to take, and then next part we have to take the formula for acceleration. Here also we have to take firstly area of trapezium, and then we have to take the formula, and finally we have to substitute the acceleration, the formula representing acceleration in this equation, then we can get the final result. So in all the three we have the similar quantities are there, the similar steps are there. So we have to identify, that is, firstly we have to take the parameter and then we have to take the acceleration. So in second, firstly we have to take the area under the graph, split into two parts, and then we have to take the acceleration, substitute we get. Then in the third part we have to take the area of trapezium and modify it, and then we have to take the acceleration, the formula of acceleration. So we have to substitute, then we get the equation. So this is the step we have to remember up to the examination. In examination we are clear that, so in this method we get this equation. So I hope you understood this one, also you enjoyed this one. So those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Also hit the like button. So thank you one and all, be safe and stay home.